Very good evening to all of you. While we are preparing for GVM, just for 10 minutes, we'll discuss something about stress management. How many of you have ever felt stressed in your life? Only one hand? None of you have felt stressed. So, before we start our session for next 10 minutes, just close your eyes and repeat after me. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. So the theme of our conference is where life meets the soul. So we should discuss about life and we should also discuss about soul, because life means soul. So, what is life? Life means a journey from point B to point D, where the point B is birth and point D is death. Now, no one knows how long is this line. We never know that. But we all know that we have started from point B and all of us are reaching towards the point D. Now, in English alphabet, the C comes between the B and D. And what is this C? This C is all chaos. This C is the chaos in which we feel stressed. Now we have to find inner peace in middle of this all chaos. We have to find solution to all our stresses. Even driving in metro cities is a stressful job. 63% of people, they say that they feel very much frustrated when they are driving in the peak of the hours. Stress is caused by everything. Stress is caused by the workload, by the people issues, juggling work and personal lives, lack of job and security. But specifically, if we talk about pediatric surgeons, we have to take high stakes decision. Like just now, sir shared so many difficult cases with us, and last 2 days we are seeing all the difficult ones. The long hours of working, the emotional toll of dealing with the sick children, the constant pressure to perform, and constant pressure from the mothers and the parents, the ethical dilemmas, what is right to do, how to follow guidelines, whether to do eminence based or evidence based surgery. So, all these leads to burnout. All these things lead to burnout. All this workload setting, physical, mental health, and also the work environment. There are many institutes where work environment is not very optimum, too much workload is there, and personality and psychological factors and family issues also lead to stress formation. And you will be surprised with this figure that most of the people in their 30 to 49 year of age, they are feeling stressed. And even gender wise, we see that women feel more stressed because they have to juggle two lives, the professional life and also the life at home, where they are not spared. They have to do everything what a housewife would do. So let's understand whether stress is good for us or is it bad for us. So there is a concept of eustress. Stress is good when it motivates you to perform well. But after a duration or after a time, it becomes a fatigue, exhaustion, ill health, and final breakdown. So stress can be healthy, which leads to normal functioning, or stress can be mild, moderate, and very severe mental illness. So we all go through different types of emotions every day and every moment of our life, right from anger, fear, disgust, happiness to shame, jealousy, and pride. But there is a concept when stress goes overwhelming, we lead to a phenomena of alexithymia, where we are not even able to understand that we are stressed. We are so much stressed that we are not able to vocalize whether we are feeling that stress. So let's explore this idea more. What are the causes of stress? The first cause of stress in our modern paradigm is competitive mentality. There is a healthy perfectionist who challenge themselves every day and they want to improve, and I can see many of them sitting in this august audience. But there are many maladaptive perfectionists also who want unrealistic goals and they want obsessed about it, and they want to avoid activity altogether if they fail, or they become more and more, they never learn from their failures. So competitive mind strives to outdo the rivals, while the creative mind seeks to outdo itself. So this competitive mentality is the first and foremost reason for feeling stress. Second is association. Association with people who are already stressed or talk about stress will lead to stress. You all must have felt in your life that you met someone who has sucked all your positive energy from you in 10 minutes of your time. Why? Because that was not a good association. A good example is Karna versus Arjuna. Karna was equally competitively uh, well qualified, but he was in bad association. Third thing is unhealthy lifestyle. Or we all are leading a very unhealthy lifestyle where we are not planning our life, we are not planning the time management, and I always say these are the weapons of mass distractions which we are having. Then there are WMDs, the weapons of mass destruction, and now Facebook, YouTube, and whatnot are the mass distraction weapons. And when deadline comes, then this is the way frantically we want to work and we feel stress. So first we waste time in worrying about the past, present, and future, and then when that worrying habit sets in us, then we want to find out time to do perform well. But what is the reason behind all these things? This weird association or waste of time or worrying is the dangerous spiritual vacuum in which we all are living in this modern paradigm. This dangerous spiritual vacuum leads us to wrong way to manage stress, like intoxicants or feeling angry and frustrated and venting out that anger on our loved ones or in our professional areas. So, till now, what we have seen the causes of stress, which you can remember just CAUSE, the competitive mentality, association, unhealthy lifestyle, spiritual vacuum, and bad expectation from you. Our expectation from every aspect is that we should get maximum out of it, but it will not happen that way. If you are spiritual, you will understand that. Now, how to manage this stress? So, how to manage this stress? The first step is to understand that yes, introspect and accept that you are stressed. Maximum time when we reach up to a level in our life, we never accept that we are in stress. We always show a facade that yes, I am not stressed. I am very well settled in my life. I have managed everything. But, sir, it is not like that. Because all these things of managing stress, these things are just not a very good way to manage stress, because these small adjustments will not work in long run. Like somebody may eat a lot because he is feeling stress, somebody may sleep a lot because he is feeling stress, but at least let's introspect and find out the 5 tips how we can manage stress. First tip is learn to say no. Learn to say no. Learn to say no to your mind when it gives you more and more options to explore. Learn to say no to society when it needs your time more and more. Try to find out me time for you in the whole day. And how you can do that? The Eisenhower matrix is the best way to do this. We all have tasks which we can divide into urgent and not urgent, and important and not important. So, things which are urgent and important, they are the things which lead us to stress. Finish them when they are important but not urgent. Decide on them that way. And I learned this task from Vikesh sir. He is very good in managing things when they are important but they are not urgent. And the things which are not urgent and not important, delete them from your list. Things which are urgent and not important, you can always delegate to people who can do it for you. Tip 2 is have an end day habit to manage stress. Like today's session also, we saw that many of us, they go for music or they go for meditation, all these things. Even if you improve 1% every day, in a year you will end up 37 times better than you were. So even if we try to learn music every day, do riyas, then maybe after 1 year we'll be 37 times better than what we are. Tip 3 is develop good technology habits. Avoid distractions. Understand what is real world. Virtual world and virtual likes and dislikes will not help us in long run. So think about the world how it was before social media. and it was less stressful. How we can do it? There is a very nice technique for it, which is known as Pomodoro's technique, in which for every task you take out 25 minutes. And those 25 minutes will be non-distracted 25 minutes. You will be concentrating on that single task, and you have finished it, then you take 5-minute break. This is the best technique uh, as per research to concentrate and follow and finish that task in limited time. Tip 4 is confine your work to a particular location, because a lot of time goes in commuting and lot of frustration and stress is because of journey. Tip 5 is prioritize your sleep. Many times people bring their phone to the bed and then they keep on scrolling for the shorts, and then they are short of sleep, and next day they are stressed. So good laugh and long sleep are the two best cure for anything. But let's explore it on the third level also. Is there anything more we can do for stress? So, stress is someone trying to repair every situation solo. The more and more you try to repair your situation on your own, you will feel stress. Take help. And what help I am talking about is spiritual help. Like any spirituality or religion will tell you how to concentrate on giving up stress. Like in Bible they say cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. Or in Quran they say surrender that stress to Allah. So management of stress far better would be to understand how to end the stress. So how spirituality helps us? It is not that all those stresses will go away. Stresses will not go away. But we see the problem of world through our perception of the world. Change your perception and world will change for you. So spirituality is something where life meets the soul, and this is our slogan for this conference also. So soul is inherently Satchid and Anand, and Anand is that bliss. Actually, we are searching for that bliss, and when we don't get that bliss, we are stressed. So our body is the cause of stress, and soul is the cause of Anand. So how to understand this? Bhagavad Gita has answers for all of these. Somebody may question why to talk in this scientific forum. So in PubMed, you can see many publications are coming up nowadays on Bhagavad Gita and its role in medical management. So there are solutions for everything in Bhagavad Gita. In next few slides, we will understand how Bhagavad Gita can help us to end the stress. If we understand our real identity, that I am not this body, I am a spirit soul, then my desires and expectations will be based on the understanding of soul and not on the basis of my body. That's why in Subhashitani they say that Chinta and Chitta, these two are Hindi words and Sanskrit words also, and difference is only one dot. So Chinta is something which burns you whole your life, and Chitta is something which will burn you after your life only once. So we have to decide we want to be burned every day or will be anyways be burned after our death. So we started with that life is a journey from point B to D and that C is chaos. So why not change that C to choice? Change that C to choice and not chaos. Every time there is a stimulus which leads you to a stressful reaction, think about it, give it some time, and then react. Just doing this simple step will make you spiritual. Every time, don't fire for everything. Feel satisfied. In Bhagavad Gita, there is very nice shloka which I love. Apurnimanam machalam pratishtam. Samudra mahapa pravashanti yadvat. Tadvat kamaya pravashanti sarve. Sa shanti maapnoti na kama kami. So become like a ocean where countless rivers are always draining, but you will never see that ocean level rising. Why? Because ocean is satisfied. Apurnimanam achalam pratishtam. If your heart is like that, apurnimanam achalam pratishtam, will any stressor work for you? No. Would you need sleeping pills to have sleep? Will you need antidepressants? No. Because your soul is inherently apurnimanam achalam pratishtam. And for every day, what is the tip in Bhagavad Gita for managing stress? Yukta ahar viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu. Yukta swapna bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha. So those who are disciplined in eating and recreation, balanced in work and regulated in sleep can mitigate all sorrows by practicing yoga. So what is yoga? Yoga is that unification with the Lord. Yoga is that joining with the Lord. Yoga is to understand that there is purpose for which you have been sent to this earth. Understand that purpose. And that purpose is to manage your head, heart, and hands. 3H. That's all. Whole Bhagavad Gita philosophy is managing these 3H. Head is our intellectual engagement, heart is our emotional engagement, and hands is our practical implementation. And this is what technically is being called as Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Karma Yoga. What I want to tell you is just if we can manage these three things, when your head is there and you are doing some intellectual engagement, think the higher purpose for what and why you are doing it. When you are doing it, do it with all your 100% attention, because you are not doing it for yourself. You are representative of God and you are doing it. And when we are doing anything, then put your heart into it. When you put your heart into it, there'll be no problem, there'll be no frustration, there'll be no stress. Mother is never stressed when child cries at 2 a.m. in the morning. Mother cheerfully wakes up and thinks that, okay, my child is hungry, so nice, let's feed him. So same way, if we have that devotion towards our work, will we ever feel stress? This is what nowadays they call as ikigai. Many things we love to do, many things the world needs, many things we are good at, many things will be paid for. But very few of us will get all these things in one go. The things which we love, the things which world need, what you can be paid for and what you are good at. And when you get it, this is your ikigai. This is your ikigai. So what we have learned today is causes of stress, the competitive mentality, association with people who are stressed, unhealthy lifestyles, spiritual vacuum and expectation. And what is the solution? A solution I propose is IAPS CON. The introspect, appreciate, have patience, satisfaction, and develop your consciousness. If you do this way, you will definitely better. Maybe we'll meet next year again in some conference and we will again understand whether we all have improved 36 times or not. So always think like a small baby when he is holding hand of his father, whether anytime he feels stress, no. He will cross the biggest road very cheerfully because he knows he is holding the hand of his father. Same way we all are walking in this life's journey and we are holding the hand of our Almighty Father. Why we should feel stress? There is no end, no reason to feel stress, and this is the real end of stress. When life will meet the soul, that will be the end of stress. So thank you everyone for patiently listening. I would love to have your feedback. Because of time constraint, you can give on this QR code or this number. I am so thankful to organizer for giving me this time despite of having so much shortage of time. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.